clothing designers from the city of Louisville, Kentucky in the building. And we have 3 people that have some hot gear out here. We're going to start off with my man, Bulldog. I know him as, well, his name is Raymond Payne Jr., but he's a jack of all trades. He does music, he does producing, he does somewhat everything. But right now, clothing is the grind. And he's in the building, man, with Big Love Gear. What's up, right?
What it do?
What's going on, man?
Yeah, slow motion, my brother.
So look, before we get into the clothing, right, let me walk people through somewhat who you are. For those who may not know who Bulldog is. So Bulldog has been in the music industry for what? Are we going back 20 years or 30 years?
About 30.
About 30 years, right? Mm-hmm. So you do everything from, you're on your own studio now.
Yes, sir.
You want to plug the studio?
Man, A&F Recordings, 1160 West Indian Trail. Y'all know it used to be 1160 Studio 1160, but it's A&F Recordings.
A&F Recordings.
Y'all know where we at. I'm the same place as Jim Jones, Kane, Benny Siegel. Y'all know how.
So give them the rundown on the catalog. Who all have you worked with? We're going to get to the independent artists first, but major artists, who have you worked with?
I done recorded Jim Jones, Benny Siegel, Yo Gotti, by ways of working with my guys from LID 812. They brought people to me to record and have them drop verses. I was blessed to be connected with people that, you know, I got love from it, that's been doing it for a long time, same amount of time as me. And I just recently did something for 812 for a little show they just had over at the Bourbon Hall. But yeah.
So in the industry, you are, I want to get the title correct. You're an engineer, producer. What do you do? What's the title for what you do?
I'm the CEO. I'm the boss.
You're boss.
I'm the boss. I'm one of the bosses. My partner John Nettles is the other boss. You know, he used to work for Def Jam back in the day, back when Player was with Def Soul. He was on the road with him. I'm a boss. I'm a Renaissance man. I do it all. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, my mother wanted me to make sure if I stepped in a room, I ain't want to be unfamiliar with anything.
Okay.
So
you can do everything in the room.
Man, if I see some equipment and I touch it, I can use it. I don't never want to be unfamiliar with my surroundings.
Look, and I see that because I know you do your producing, I know you do your engineering, and I've been out to the studio, but also I see you bust some rhymes, man, on your Instagram Live, man. So I see you pick up the rapping thing over the years as well, right?
Yeah, I used to battle rap. I used to do all that. Back when WLOU 1350, I used to do Gerald Harrison's Street Team Mix intro on the radio. So for the record, that's how long I've been doing this since 1350 WLOU AM. You heard me?
And that's back, what, in the 80s?
Yeah. The living legend, Bulldog.
So look, so when you got into music, when you got into producing, what made you did you like play with music at home? Were you the dude that recorded on the radio with the cassettes?
Man, yeah, and the crazy part is, man, my background is classical, clarinet, choir, you know what I'm saying? People that know me. You know, I've been doing different music. I've been doing things in music for a long time. I'm mostly known for music, martial arts, man, like you said, for a little bit of everything, but man, I fell in love with the harmony of music, with the acoustics. You know what I'm saying? It's a love, it's a passion, it's a love for me. Like I said, the harmonies, the acoustics, the melodies. It's like a artist with a brush. You know what I'm saying? Every note is a color to me. I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's a passion. It ain't a fashion for me. It's a passion. Like I told you earlier, till the casket drop. That's when the music don't stop, when the casket drop. But then again, I got like 10 hard drives, external hard drives with plenty of music, so my kids can put whatever out with me on it. I'm like Prince. I got a catalog. Catalog like the Beatles. They need to do their research about a catalog.
You can live forever. You can live forever through the music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what age did you start taking the music? What age did you decide you wanted music to be your career?
I'm going to say in my 20s, when I really started getting serious about it. And then I went on ahead and married it. I mean, that's my wife. It's my other wife. Music is my other wife. You know what I'm saying? It's man, I call the studio, it's my fortress of solitude. I'm Superman. When I'm sitting in that seat and I'm engineering and directing, I'm Captain Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Enterprise. I mean, like I said, I can't say it enough, man. I love it. It's a passion for me, man.
Okay. All right. So with the music thing, I guess that kind of coincides now with clothing.
Yes, sir.
Because people are branding themselves with, and I think it's a good thing, man. Because you like me, we both old school cats, man. So we come from the '80s, and we come from a generation where, if I remember correctly, I want to say Run DMC was probably the first group we heard mention a clothing brand. I think that was with the My Adidas, and they mentioned the Calvin Klein a couple rhymes, but if they weren't the first, they were one of the first to start promoting brands in their music.
Yep. Carcanine, Maurice Malone. Again, I mean, that's how far I go back with the clothes. I was looking up to Carcanine. I'm gonna take you even further back. Let's go back to Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan. I'm glad to see him coming back now, getting a little shine. I think he did a deal with Gucci.
Yeah. They had to.
Yeah.
They had to.
That
was a power move.
Yeah.
It was a real power move.
Yeah. So I mean, we're going back to those days, man. It was when it came to the music, when we say like the outside of Dapper Dan and Carcanine, the music and the clothing kind of coincided with the culture, but the artist didn't particularly own any of the brands.
Nah.
So that wasn't until what we saw, maybe Rockefeller, maybe.
Russell Simmons was
the Fat Farm. Started owning the brand, right? Yeah, Fubu too.
Yeah, Raymond Johnson. Yep.
Right. So I'm glad to see people like them being pioneers, and now people like yourselves owning your own brand. Because there's no way to promote yourself other than wear your own brand. So that leads us into the Big Love Gear. So tell us about Big Love Gear.
Big Love Gear started in the 90s. We was doing music, and when I had been researching, looking at Maurice Malone, Carcanine. That's back when they had the vest, the shorts. Tupac was rocking it, cross colors, FUBU, and I was like, man, this is what I want to do. The main thing was they didn't have too much clothes for big guys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just wanted to throw, I'm gonna say, clown outfits on big guys, and I'm like, nah, man, hold on, we get fresh, we get fly too. So, Ben Jones, Better Days Records, man, I had an idea, and he was like, come up with, same way, he's like, come up with something for me. So at first I wanted to call it Big Pain. You know what I'm saying? That's Big Pain. I wanted it to represent me, so I was like, Big Pain. He was like, nah, man, it's too vain, man, that's too this and that. He's like, man, what else they call you? I said, well, man, they call me Big Love. He was like, huh? I said, yeah, man, my J-Rock, man, my business partner. That's what they always call me, was Big Love. He was like, man, that sound like something. So it was a couple of dirt, man. It was this is a derby weekend. I get a call from Ben. He said, man, come see me. This is when he was still in the Highlands down there on the corner. He was like, come see me. I got something for you. I go see him. But he got 3 boxes of shirts for me and my brother. He was like, heard. I was like, open the box. Big Love Girl. Yeah, that's who helped me start. That's who started me with my first collection. And but I hit the ground running. Then I got to where I wanted to find out, man. I wanted to be more hands-on with it. So, man, I started ordering blank shirts from out of town because I was like, oh man, I just gotta be ways I can cut costs and do this and do that. And me and my brother D, man, we just started doing research on certain stuff. And I was like, man, I can cut the middleman down and get it going myself. I laid out for it for a minute, man. My daughter, when she was born, I laid out for a minute. My money had got tied out. I was like, man, I'm gonna just chill out for a minute. This is more important to me. And I just chilled out for a minute. So fast forward, man, 15 years later, man, I started modeling.
Big Love.
Yeah, I started modeling. I'm a Courage Cause ambassador. I'm the king, reigning 2 years in a row.
Okay.
I'm a remnant model for John. Man, I was doing all kind of fashion shows. I did Classic Man, Tay Strong. I'm like, man, I'm out here wearing all these people's clothes and doing stuff. Like, put my stuff back out here. It was a no-brainer to me. I'm like, man, I'm out here modeling. These crowds is going wild. I'm ready to put my clothes back out here. So, man, I reemerged Big Love here. You know what I'm saying? Big Love, the plus size model, man, who's better than wear my brand to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like I said, I'm ripping the runway for everybody. I'm like, man, I keep doing this, man, put my own clothes on me. Because, you know what I'm saying, majority of the time, besides John, I just style myself. I always style myself. I mean, that's my thing. That's what I'm known for. My swag. I'm a big guy with swag, with flair. I always say, man, who's gonna miss a big 300, 400-pound walking billboard? I'm like Suge Knight when I walk in the room or down the block. Yeah. You don't see me. Yeah. You gonna see me coming. You know what I'm saying? Plus they're gonna be like, man, that guy right there, little swag guy in the dress. So
I went before you look, and I remember watching an interview back in the 90s, and I'm watching Biggie, right? Mm-hmm. And Biggie was talking, because Biggie's one of Biggie's I don't want to say his trademark, but something he did a lot in music was mention the fashion designers. Mm. And Biggie said that I mentioned the Gucci's, I mentioned the Versace. He said, but truthfully, I don't wear it because they don't make it in my size. You hear me? He's like, I don't wear that. I just rap about it. But he's like, they don't make a 4X or 5X. Versace, Gucci, all those European designers. Man, look, I wear a 2X. It's hard for me to get. I'm not paying $5 for a shirt, but I'm just saying, when you get to some of those European designers, everything is kind of slim cut and it's slim fit, right? It's it's hard to get a 2X. You know what I mean? In some of those fashion brands, man. So it's definitely a need for
call them Japanese and Chinese, right? you get a 5, you order a 5 or 6X from overseas, and you get it, man. It's like a 2 or 3X. Yeah. So I ran.
You got to order the 5s, man, for me to be a 2X.
Yeah, so I had to do it, man. I'm like, hold on, man. Well, who better than do something big ass than a big guy? You know what I'm saying?
Because high school, my son, he loved the store Abercrombie & Fitch, right? Mm-hmm. So I was taking him out to Abercrombie & Fitch all the time. I go in there and I'm looking at a couple items. I like this shirt. They don't make a size over large. Man. They don't make an XL or 2. Yeah, you're not going into those stores. So, and just us being African Americans, I mean, I'm not saying some of us are slim, but naturally our physiques are a little thicker. Yeah. So especially in the hip hop community.
Big guys. Yeah. Ain't no such thing as a small guy too much anymore, man. Yeah. Medium size enough. And I can't get with this skinny jeans and all that. That's not me, man. I'm from the 80s and 90s. I'm from that era. I'm not saying I'm not, man, you hear me? I'm not great to wear some jeans that I can't even move or walk in. I need to be comfortable when I rip it around.
Lay down, put your pants on.
Yeah, you hear me? I got to put some baby oil on to slide off.
But I like y'all doing it, man, because I've been following Nipsey movement, right? Yeah. And I remember when he started off. I remember when his brother Black Sam started off just with the T-shirts back when his music started coming out. So now, post death, I've been watching the brand, and they've been doing like pop-up shops. Like 2 weeks ago, they did a pop-up shop in NYC. Right. Man, the brothers was out on the block at 6 a.m. It was brothers getting off work at FedEx, man, 5:30, 6 a.m. They wrapped around the building downtown Manhattan just to buy some of the marathon gear. You know what I mean? I'm like, and I bought a piece, online, but it's difficult to even buy it online. Yeah. But I just like to see our own putting out our own brand and then us supporting our own, because sometimes we don't always do that. Sometimes it takes someone else to blow us with like say with my man over here with Wolfpack or you with Big Love, it can do what it does, and then someone popular puts it on and everybody's like, oh, well, that's the brand again. I'm like, we can do that prior to the to the big cosign, man. So support is definitely needed.
With this community. Man, he showed, man, he's talking about us, but he showed that at the last fashion show, man. I think we all showed that together, but I love his pieces. You know what I'm saying? But way before then, I was doing a show and I was doing something for Michael. I was wearing some of the clothes Michael Oldman wear, and when I'm looking at these jackets, I'm like, man, Wolfpack. Yeah. I say, man, y'all got these in a big guy size? I was rocking it. Man, I had hit him in his inbox. I was like, hey, man, you got big guy size, I rock it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Man, the main thing is support. You know what I'm saying? Why would I take $100, $200 and go buy Tommy Hilfiger, any of them that don't really want to deal with us? Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. They don't want us, but they like our money. Yeah. Why not support somebody locally? You know what I'm saying? That I see every day, and I can see where my money's going to. I see where my money's helping. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is even with the music, I always say, man, support one another. The only difference between us, Atlanta, Tennessee, if you think back, you didn't even hear about Atlanta. But then L.A. Reid, LaFace Records.
Yep, Outkast.
Late
80s, early 90s. You know what I'm
saying? But they was collaborating with each other. That's what everybody's missing. Even down in the South, you know what I'm saying? They started collaborating. Tennessee, you had Swab House, you know what I'm saying? Texas, you feel what I'm saying? Jay Prince. But the difference, and our people still ain't getting it here yet, is they all hopped on together. Right. You know what I'm saying? A finger's strong, but a fist is stronger. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? So if I'm pointing at you, yeah, you see me, but if I hit you with this big fist, I'm making an impact. It's a difference. It's an impact.
A movement is bigger than a mover.
Come on, man. Come on, man. And I'll be glad when they get it, man. Check the egos, because it's a lot of talent here. It's a lot of talent. I mean, man, there's studios everywhere. Man, I'm saying it's music. This is a melting pot. You know what I'm saying? They been getting stuff from Louisville, Kentucky since Midnight Star and New Birth. Yeah. If they know their musical history. James Brown had somebody from Southwick playing with him. You know what I'm saying? So the musical history is here. Come on, man. It's here. It's here. It's here. And I'll be challenging cats because they be like, well, you know, so you know a little something. No, I know the music history here. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm involved with it, I got to know about it. You know what I'm saying? I just recently did a Playboy bunny design with a bunch of Louis Vuitton signs in it. And that's me paying homage to Dapper Dan. So when I made the post, I said, man, I'm going to set this right here. And if you don't know who this is or what I'm doing, you have no business doing fashion. Not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to know the history of whatever you're doing before you do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you got to pay homage. You have to pay homage to the gatekeepers, are the ones that pioneers. Let me say it right. Pioneers, because a lot of people don't like the word gatekeeper. You got to pay homage to the pioneers, because it's somebody that opened that door to get you where you're going to, because it ain't been easy. I remember when doing music here, man, it was like a joke to people. You feel what I'm saying? We was doing City Lights, Broadway Roller Rank, man, what is that? What used to have all the concerts? I can't even think right now. Louisville Gordons. You know what I'm saying? First time we got to rock a show at Louisville Gordons, I hit this stage, man, I felt like, oh, yeah, somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, we was talking about that the other day, man, Louisville Gardens. I was telling somebody, I said, I remember the last hip-hop show at Louisville Gardens, right? And it was that Master P concert. And it was a huge fight, man, between the Bloods and the Crips inside. That was the last hip-hop concert. Matter of fact, until the youngster to this day won't do a full-out hip-hop, not a gangster rap concert, right?
I think Master P got bars from there a couple years ago.
Yeah, man, he came and did that show at Louisville Gardens. And fighting inside, shooting outside. So I was talking about it because I seen the No Limit tour coming to Lexington. And I want to go check it out because I've been hearing kind of bad reviews about it. But I'm like, they'll get it together. They get get on the road. But man, you can't deny whether you like the music or not. P had a movement, man, through the '90s that was undeniable.
But I'm gonna say this: look who blew them up. They stayed coming in that room. Come on, man, every weekend. Let's keep it real. Money too. Both of them. Yeah. Let's keep it real. Louisville blew them up. Yeah. You feel me? And
buying CDs every week.
Yeah, man, and Cash Money had somebody that was from Louisville writing for him. Yeah. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
And Hot Boy Chili out too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hot Boy Chili. Man, Lil Flip stayed in and out of Louisville. Youngsters. And then was making tracks for him. Like, come on, man. Yeah. It's her. Man, it's her. You just gotta get it.
All right, man. So we see that you keep it in the family, right?
Yes, sir.
So the entrepreneurial spirit is flowing all through the family. So your daughter over at Angels, he's 16, she's over at Blushing. This is the first time on the radio?
No.
Oh, look at it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, you on the show a couple years ago, didn't we? At another studio when you came with the martial arts team.
Yep.
Okay, I forgot about that. But daughter Angel has launched her own clothing line. And tell the people the name of your clothing line?
Equity.
It's Equity Clothing.
Yes.
Equity Clothing. So tell us about Equity. Tell us. Besides your father pushing the influence, what got you in the clothing design?
Well, first of all, Equity stands for Every Queen is Unique, Independent, Talented, and Youthful.
Okay. Say that again for me real quick. Say it a little bit
louder so they can hear you in the back.
Every queen is unique, independent, talented, and youthful.
Okay. You better trademark that if you haven't already. You see what they did with Tupac Thug Life, right? They stole it, but go ahead.
What really got me interested in fashion was modeling, kind of. I think one of my big influences is Winnie Harlow and Rihanna. That's what I really like.
Okay. Now you have to educate me because I don't know the first. Who's the first person?
Winnie Harlow.
Winnie Harlow. So I know Winnie Harlow.
I think you should know.
Is she what's your model?
She a
Singer?
model.
Model.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Shit. I know who Rihanna is though.
Well, tell us who Winnie Harlow is and why she's an influence.
I don't know. That's what it's like that. It's that skin disease where it's like
Vitiligo.
Oh, she has
Yeah.
Vitiligo? Okay.
I think she was the first model to have that.
Yeah, what Michael Jackson. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
She was dating Wiz too.
Where's who? Khalifa?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't really researched into her yet, but I like her for song.
Okay. They like Rihanna.
Yes, I love
Okay.
Rihanna.
Okay. So what we're gonna do with this Equity clothing brand? What are the visions for Equity clothing?
I plan on probably next year, maybe April, to launch the men's version and the kids version.
Oh, you're a men's version and kids version?
Yes, right now I'm only doing one.
Well, look, you got to switch that up for the men because we don't want to wear no. What's it stand for again?
Queen and youthful and talented. We understand. We in a generation where dudes rock it.
Instead of like the Q, I was gonna put a K for king and a C for kids, and he told me to put the K backwards.
Okay. Oh, so y'all already thought about this.
Oh, yeah, everything's calculated. This is chess. This ain't checkers.
Okay, I feel. So instead the Q is gonna be a K, but the K backwards, right? That's for kings. Every king. And what's the other letter? Every king. The C.
Yeah, for children.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. All right. So from Equity, can you turn around to the camera a little bit and show the people on the shirt? Is that a crown?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a crown. So the crown, what is that? A queen's crown? And for those listening online or on air on the line, that's a queen crown.
Come burn gifts. There you go, Queen.
I mean, we can
Check
Thank
it
you,
out.
thank
Look at that one.
Hold it
She
up,
got
see?
she got
Okay.
that.
Oh.
Yeah, she got the. You did.
Oh yeah, I like
That's
that one.
right.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
that's one of her signature pieces.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Okay.
We ain't forget y'all. We're gonna put you in that big love empire.
We love gifts. For those that don't know.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, Brad with the big love there. You look like a teddy bear anyway. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all, man. So you push the clothesline forward. Right now, is it only t-shirts?
We got t-shirts, dresses, body shorts.
Oh, you have dresses?
Yes.
She bringing back the biker shorts.
Right.
Go ahead.
Body shorts,
Right.
windbreakers,
Jogging
jean jackets, two pieces, like jogging suits.
That's what it said. Look, I'm a jogging suit man.
All right.
Yeah, and my girl gets up, she's like, I gotta wear a jogging. Hey, I'll throw on a jogging suit, man, and it's comfortable. I can throw it up as long as I don't have to get dressed up. I just grab a jogging suit, I can call it, pop it on, and
Roll.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
yeah, and I'm comfortable.
Man.
All right, so how old are you?
16.
16 years old. Starting your own clothes line at 16 years old, huh?
So,
All right, so tell me this. Since you've been doing clothing, how long have you been doing clothing? Let's get there first. How long have you been doing this clothing line?
A little bit before August.
Okay, so about 6 months, right? So roll up into 6 months. So with this clothing line, what would you say has been your biggest challenge so far? No, it's hard to have challenges when you got Bulldog over here as your father pushing out the play. But no, seriously, but is it like marketing your brand, or is it getting people to buy into the brand?
Yeah, it's getting people to buy into it, like the support. Like I get support from older people, but like I want younger people to know this shit.
Look, I was gonna say that too, because as older people, when you get older like us, you're more into the actual quality or the meaning behind things versus what's hot and trendy, right? So I was gonna ask you that. With young people, I know I was a young person. You bring in something they never heard of, I'm like, well, you don't know what this is.
What are those?
Yeah, you don't want to wear it is. So have you sat down, or if you haven't, have you and your father sat down and come up with a marketing strategy to try to get the younger people to buy into the brand?
I don't know.
Okay.
We talked about a few things.
first thing we did, the first thing we did was in August. We had our own fashion show. We did the Fall of Age fashion show at the Majestic, and it was a nice turnout. We had a good response, and I felt like it's a family affair. It's me and my kids, my wife, my sons. It's a family business. I always put on there, it's the family hustle. My sons is in the back. My girls they very aggressive young ladies. My daughter, man, my oldest daughter, Nelly, her design name is Bella Dama. She spearheaded everything, and I sat back. I use my name, but I let her do that. You know what I'm saying? I let her call the shots, make all the moves. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to leave behind is a legacy. I'm creating entrepreneurs. So if I leave next year, next month, they got something they can still keep going. They got the studio, they got the clothes. Like you said, I'm involved in a little bit of everything, but I want to make sure they straight. I don't want them to work 10, 15 years for nobody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you. I done it, ran stores and done everything for everybody. So I feel like I didn't had enough of them bump and bruises for them to pay the way for them. So I want them to be bosses, do what they do, because man, I feel like who is somebody else to tell me when I can spend vacation time or do whatever with my family? You know what I'm saying? The nerve of them. Right. So that's the whole mentality. You know what I'm saying? I've been pumping that into them. You know what I'm saying? From her doing the martial arts to grades. I mean, she's in the National Honor Society. My main thing I put in them is, man, don't dumb yourself down for nobody, and don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Show them what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Do it. There can't nobody stop you but you.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me give you a little piece of advice. This is again from watching some of the greats do it, right? Mm-hmm. So I listened to one of the head. What's the head guy for football? Is Damon
John.
Damon John. I was watching an interview with Damon John, right? And he came out with FUBU. This is mid-90s, early 90s, mid-90s. And they were asking him how he got the brand so popular, right? And he said it was simple. He said at the time, I would go to all the hottest clubs in New York City. And he said I would dress the security guards out front. He said I would dress the hottest people in the club with my brand. So when you walked up to the club, you saw security dressed in FUBU. Then he went and found LL Cool J and made him an ambassador. And
he's probably one of the hottest artists.
Right. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, maybe one of your strategies might be find you two of the most popular people in your school, or two of the people that are influential, right? Give them some gear. Put them in some of the gear. You know what I mean? And start the trend of the people that other people like to follow, for them to see them in your gear, or post them up on social media in your gear, or something to that effect. You know what I mean? Or find somebody around the city that's popular. Like, there's people your age that are doing music. I'm sure they know your pops, right? They're doing music. They're pretty hot. A couple of them pretty popular. I'm not gonna throw their names out here right now, but there's a couple. We had one up here last week. I think we had DJ Richie up here. So you have a couple people that are popular, and see if you can get them in your gear, even if it's for one night and a photo shoot, or maybe you want to do a photo shoot and put them in some gear and something. You know what I mean?
When you're having some step teams, a whole lot of people your age go to your school.
Well, you don't want to do a whole team right now.
I'm not saying
cost,
right, but I'm saying get people, the girls that you hang with. As one of the things is, if you start seeing it show up a lot, people gonna want to know what that is, and gonna want to, say like Big Love gear, your gear, Wolfpack. If you start seeing it a lot, people gonna want to know where it is, what it is, who got it, where can I get it?
We got it's a boxer, man, a young man. He's my daughter's their little brother, and I used to coach him in football. Man, he's a boxer. They call him Forever 50. So, man, he had reached out to me. He wanted some stuff done. So, and I designed his boxing trunks and his top. You know what I'm saying? I got a little cousin, man, Harry Cross, man. He's a bowler, man. I seen him get a 300. I seen how everybody was all on him. So I went and designed him a shirt and called him Mr. 300. You know what I'm saying? So, man, the man is there. That's the thing, man. We talk every day to the point where she's like, Daddy, I got this. And I'll be trying, I'm actually finally learning to back up off her and let her do her. You know what I'm saying? Let her do her. Man, she showed out for the fashion show. And man, I stood in the corner. Man, I can't even lie. Man, I cried.
Like teared up. Yeah, I was about to say teared up.
Yeah, man, I cried. Man, I cried. But I'm saying, man, this is my daughter.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Then when she came out and ripped it to iconic, and she showed out, man, and shut it down. I was like, man, we went out to eat later on. I said, man, plus for the record, man, what do you think you are, man? Trying to upscale me. Man, did you drop your jacket? Did you drop your jacket?
You got to put on punishment too, right?
Man, I said, man.
Oh, she did a drop the jacket move on you?
She got, man, she showed out. You hear me? Okay. You know what I'm saying? But she clothed every model for the show. She had a right to show out. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I don't know, man, my baby just taught me.
So what was it? What fashion show was this?
The Curse for a Call.
Curse Call. Okay, that was like a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Well,
sir.
y'all keep continue to rip the runway. We're gonna rip the airways and we can collaborate.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna look out for it. So we have Big Love Gear and Equity Clothing. Where can people find these brands at?
Equity's on Instagram at equity.clothing.
Big Love is on that too. She controls that page, and I'm working on now getting the website up for it. Me and John J Rock, we working up getting that together.
Is it J Rock and J Rock Entertainment also?
Nah, that's
okay.
Not, the other
So
J
not
Rock.
okay.
You know, it's two J Rocks.
Right.
John Rock. That's why
I got you. Yeah, definitely.
J Rock, J Johnson boy. Shout out to them. I say there's two original J Rocks. That's two of them. You know right. But they both power moves. But we working on that, getting that together now as we speak, so we can get it out here. Of course, everything's, man. We got a physical building, same place the studio, same place you come and get the clothes. You can contact me online. I'll come out 1160 West Indian Trail. If you want something, because I do custom pieces too. I've been doing a lot of, like you said earlier, I've done dance teams. I've been doing a bunch of different stuff with different people. It turned into something different once I started doing our clothes. So we do our family custom printables. You know what I'm saying? When me and my kids do other people's stuff. So again, everything's family orientated. Everything.
All right, man. Before we get you out of here, man, I have one question. I'm going to ask you this for about, I don't know, almost a year now, right? But you know, I see everything, right? So
Yes,
at the time I saw this, and I can't remember exactly what was happening, but there was some controversy in the city about it was with local artists and getting their music on the air. And I can't remember. You remember this argument I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was a big argument online, and I was peeping it out at the time, and there was a lot of back and forth, and everybody felt the way they felt.
Yeah.
And I seen Bulldog roll through and kind of mediate the whole situation. I was looking at him step up as an elder statesman and kind of mediate the situation. Man, take me back. I can't really remember exactly what was going on, but I know it was a little beef with it.
Yeah, man. Man, my little brother 12, man. He said something, did something. They tried. First off, he can always put on for the city.
Always
Put people on. Me and 12 go back with Player when they had a studio at Preston. We go way back farther. Now we go back to martial arts, and that's my little brother. So man, I seen what was going on, man. We had a conversation. So I said, I got you. You know what I'm saying? My name carry weight in these streets and in this music. So ceasefire. You know what I'm saying? I called it ceasefire. Then he reached out to me, and I was at a Masonic picnic, because I'm a Mason. So I was like, I got you. I got online, went live and said, hey man, this is a ceasefire. You know, leave him alone. Whatever happened. He said what he said, and whatever was going on, when it is what it is. Some people respected what he said, some people didn't. First off, anything you do out here, you got to earn it. Anybody gonna give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? You should want to earn it, because you'll hold it longer than to be more respectful. Grind for it. You know, a lot of people was trying to get him, just throw him on radio, do this, do that, and he wanted people.
Just because I know you. Just because
he wanted people, but he wanted people to handle their paperwork. He wanted people to handle the business side of things, and then also, you know what I'm saying, come correct with it. Give the man some good quality music. Don't give him something that sound like it's on an AM radio station with static all in it. You know what I'm saying? Give him. He wanted quality product. The door on nobody, and he opened it for everybody. But certain people got to feel in certain ways, and I was like, man, hold up, man, that's not even the story. First off, research. You know what I'm saying? And
so he's really giving some game.
Man, listen, man, he took that station, put it on. He put the city on his back.
He did.
You feel what I'm saying? And they don't even know that the boy's history. I mean, he done music in London, Tennessee.
You got a platinum plaque, right?
Man, yeah, man. The boy, listen, man. The boy has been making music. And when he told what it was, he told everybody, "I'm the coldest rapper in the city. I put myself on, and they sleeping on him. The boy can make the music, mix the music, lay his vocals, and put it out here. The boy is a monster on that mic, behind that mic, on the boards. I mean, he's like Mr. Bulldog himself. He can do it all. His rap name used to be Nino Brown. He was a cold piece of work. And he done stuff out here in the record industry. So he knows what it takes. I mean, same thing with John Woo. Right. So that's my partner. He come out there, do his thing. You know what I'm saying? But I've been blessed to be connected with some legends around here. Yeah. And I kept my name clean. You know what I'm saying? No dirt on it. So when I stepped up and said what I said, they responded. You see how the city responded? Yeah. And they listened. What's I mean? I'm Bulldog. Play with me if you want to.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I earned that. That name, that respect, that recognition. The only thing I'm missing is the money. I got the recognition. My kids be like, man, can we go for once? Nobody knows. Nobody buy you a drink, or nobody. My girl the same way. I mean, if you shake one more hand and somebody else come over and hug you, somebody else bring a drink, I say, man, we're gonna keep getting these free drinks, man. I love it, man. Yeah. Like, the only thing I'm missing is the bread, but I'm rich in love, and I'm cool with that.
So you got big love here, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When you see that brim and that Cuban cigar, that's him. That's him. That's my logo. You know what I'm saying? The original logo was letters, but my main piece is at brim and that cigar. When you see it, that's him. That's me. The silhouette of the big fella.
All right, so we're gonna usher in, man. We have one of the I don't want to say a newcomer, man, because I've been seeing this brand around for a minute. I was wondering. I'm like, it was I don't even want to say upcoming because I think he's there, man. But I've been seeing the gear around.